South Carolina First Alert Weather.
Welcome back, everyone. 6:10 now on your Tuesday morning. Let's get you ready to head out the door. And as you're getting the kids ready for school out there this morning, too, everybody needs a light jacket as they head out. We've got temperatures starting mostly in the 40s or 50s at best in many parts of the upstate. But at least the skies are clear. No need for any rain gear out there today. More importantly, it gets us to a beautiful afternoon. Temperatures ranging from some 60s in the mountains to around 70 there to some low and mid 70s coming up for our highs later today in the upstate. That said, though, here's a look at what it's like out there this morning. 44 degrees, much chillier across the board compared to where we were at this time yesterday. 45 Brevard right now. Take a look at Franklin. 39 degrees to kick off your Tuesday morning there. Well, we've got 50s upstate, 55 in Greenville. Spartanburg's at 51. Even Gaffney actually now in the upper 40s at 48. Anderson and Hartwell both at 50 this morning. All right, let's move on to the next big thing, though. That, of course, remains Hurricane Ian. Let's take a look here right at the latest forecast track here on the system. Again, it's centered over Cuba right now, making landfall there. It'll emerge back into the Gulf of Mexico heading into this afternoon. You can see here expected to strengthen to about a Category 3, Category 4 major hurricane pretty quickly over the next 24 hours or so. Then heading into Wednesday, if not the very early morning hours of Thursday, forecast tracks, you can see this cone of uncertainty kind of getting a little more narrow here. That's because confidence is growing about exactly where the system will head. And unfortunately, it puts Tampa directly in the crosshairs. Could be a direct landfall there. More concerningly for Florida, aside from the strength of the hurricane itself, is the fact that it's expected to slow down considerably as it approaches the state. So that's more time for the winds to do damage. That's more time for storm surge to be a problem, and much more time for the storm to dump a tremendous amount of rain. Easily 6 inches or more of rain expected, probably even higher than that in many cases from north central Florida over the next couple of days there. Then heading toward the weekend, that's where we start to come into the frame here. You can see the latest track. While there's still a bit of uncertainty regarding exactly where it could go, the latest kind of average puts it on a near direct path toward us here in the Western Carolinas. Fortunately, in a manner of speaking for us, it won't be a predominant wind threat by the time it reaches us. In fact, if we look at the probabilities for the likelihood of tropical storm force winds, that's winds over 40 miles per hour, very little chance of that happening. We'll probably get some breezy conditions out of it, but more than likely it'll be a rainmaker for us, dragging some moisture northward with it. Here's the latest satellite and radar of Ian this morning. There's the center of circulation right over western Cuba, but the outer rain bands already rolling in over parts of Florida. Taking a look at the image closer to home here, it's a completely different story, of course, out there today. High pressure is still very much in control, part of what's actually impeding Ian's progress in the next couple of days, but also generally lending at least to a couple of nice days before we get to any tropical activity coming up this weekend. So your future track, spoiler alert, looks fantastic. Going from 6 to 8 o'clock, skies remaining crystal clear. There isn't even any widespread fog out there for us to deal with this morning. More importantly, nice sunny day. Get out for your lunch break if you can. If not, no sweat. Get out there this afternoon. Plenty of gorgeous weather coming in through the afternoon and evening hours. Only major change in the next 24 hours or so is going to be that some of the kind of far-reaching clouds from Ian, just high clouds, start to roll into our skies tomorrow, but nothing that's going to cause any major issues, just more of a mostly sunny sky than anything else. So your upstate forecast, 77, pleasant for today, low 70s Wednesday, Thursday, and then, of course, our first alert weather days Friday and Saturday for Ian's arrival. Rain will develop later in the afternoon into the evening and carry on at times, likely into our Saturday. Some of that rain will be pretty heavy at times. And for the mountains, a pretty similar story, just a little milder, 70 today, then some highs in the 60s Wednesday, Thursday with plenty of sun. And those first alert weather days for Ian, Friday and Saturday. Now we'll look outside the